Welcome to Roll for Turaco. Recently, I hit a mental wall working on Warpanchor7, the RPG, and I did something to get over that initial hump, get over that mental anguish that I was having designing the game. What did I do? I made another game. Welcome to Roll for Turaco. This is Frank. And yes, I made a game to get over the stress of making a game. I made Battle for Warpanchor7. Allow me to explain. I've been working on Warpanchor7 for a while now, and I've had this idea for a while, at least about a year or two. And I am getting close to having something ready, but it's still not ready. And the stress of what will people think? Are people going to like this? Are people going to enjoy it? Who is my main audience? All this stuff, all these questions going through my head. And a lot of it was just keeping me from actually making the game. And, I wasn't having as much fun designing this game. And I don't want this to be stressful. I don't want this to be something that I put out just to put out, but it causes me a lot of pain. Because I do love Warpanchor7. I love the world that I helped create and the characters I helped create. And I want to bring that to everyone at your table. Whether it's for you, well, you tell me when it's ready. Right now, it's not ready to be put out, but I am working on a few things. I am developing the world a little bit more. But all that was getting a little bit too much. So I had to kind of slow down a little bit, take a break. While I was taking that break, I came up with another game which does connect to Warpanchor7. Initially, it was just going to be a standalone thing. But I decided, why not? Why not make it part of this world that I'm loving so much to create? So it is called Battle for Warpanchor7. And the main objective is that you have your opponent. It's 2 players or 2 teams. You're trying to get the other player or teams down to an HP of 0. And to me, that sounds a little bit like Thaco. I might have taken some inspiration from Thaco. But I do make it my own thing. I add a little bit something to make it more interesting. So before I talk about that and how I came up with it, I did do a playtest last night. I actually went to Pizza Hut. I was having a late dinner. And I took my dice, I took my paper miniatures, I ordered my food, and while they were bringing out the food, I decided to play a game, and I did record it. There are places where I paused because that's when the waitress was coming and bringing my food, or I was pausing so I can eat my food. Because it is in a public place, the audio isn't as great as I wanted it to be. I tried to fix that as much as I could. So if the audio is a little bit loud or kind of poppy, because of a lot of the background noise and just natural static that there is, that is why I did try to fix it. And I didn't want to recreate another video or do a voiceover because I wanted to be as authentic as it was as I was playing in the moment. So this is the playtest for Battle for Warpanchor7. So right now I'm playing a little game. This is something I came up with the other day while entertaining the small child, the son of a friend of mine. So I have appointed 20 hit points to Captain Goggles right here, and Van Hammer, I gave him 25 points because he has armor. So we're using a D12. So I'm going to roll a D12 as Captain Goggles, and whatever I get, I'm going to deduct from Banhammer, and so forth. All right. 6. So Banhammer takes 6 damage, but he gets to go next. Oh. Okay. Captain Goggles takes 9 damage. So when Captain Goggles gets down to -20, he loses. But if he gets down to 18 or 19, he gets a D4. The D4 will give the opponent that receives the D4 just a little bit of extra hit points. Although we're not there yet. Alright, it's Captain Goggles. 12. Oh, alright. Alright, Banhammer. Well, Banhammer just he just took 18 hit points in total, so he gets a D4. All right, it's an extra 3. So he's back at 15. Now he's going to attack Captain Goggles. Oh, look at that, another 12. Oh my goodness, let's see. Alright, so Captain Goggles took a total of 21 damage, so he's at -1, and he is out of the fight. Banhammer wins. That's my game. Now, the main dice that I use is the D12. You can, if you just want to use the D12, you can. You don't have to add the extra D4. And I did make a rule where if they get to 3 turns, they get a D6, and that's going to be the skill die. So if Captain Goggles, his skill would be, he can use his goggles to blast, or maybe a mighty demolition crunch punch. With Banhammer, he would get a, he could use the hammer, or just kind of like a big punch or a kick. So yeah, we didn't get there. So I potentially you can use 3 different die to play this game. You can just do the D12 and just bring it down to to 0. So I made a mistake. Now I did make the rule that when you reach 18 or 19, that's when you get your D4. But I forgot that I have that for 20 if your HP is 20. Banhammer's at 25, so he should have gotten that D4 at 23 and not at 18. So Captain Goggles has a chance now. So I'm gonna give him a D4. So he's not out of the competition just yet. Alright, so he's at 1. Well, unfortunately, since he was at negative 21, so he was actually negative 1. So now he's negative 20, so that's it. He is out of the competition. No! As I was saying, you could play with this by yourself. You can play it one-on-one with a friend, or if you get the Armored Miniatures pack on Drive-Thru RPG, you can play with a team of friends and just, you know, take turns fighting as a team. So this was a game I made up, you know, while trying to entertain my friend's son. And we did use the paper miniatures. Yeah, I gave him one. He kept one, and I gave him his own D12. It was the other day where I was kind of fleshing this out, and I added the D6 and the D4. So I am going to write up simple rules, and I'll put this out either on itch.io or maybe Gumroad, maybe both. Let me know what you think. Is this something you would like to play? Just a simple game. Something you can just do. Right now I'm at Pizza Hut, so I can play this by myself, or I can play this with a friend. It's just something, you know, to pass the time. I think it's a fun little game, but let me know in the comments below. And I do apologize if there's a lot of sound. I am at Pizza Hut, and I can hear the ovens. That was Battle for Warpanchor 7, and I actually have my little kit here that I put together. This is where I carry the paper miniatures and the dice. So every time I carry dice like this, I'm just carry a pack of dice, whether it's a pack of D12s or just random dice, or a full pack of a polyhedral set. I call it my emotional support dice, and I fully endorse people having emotional support dice. Now, why do I call it Battle for Warpanchor 7? Well, because I use the characters that I created for the game Warpanchor 7 and the comics world that I have that uses these characters. And why did I make a game to get over the stress of making a game? Now, I did say earlier in my intro that I didn't want it to be stressful. Well, that is unavoidable. You are going to have stress in your life. What I was trying to say, and I don't think I expressed that clearly, is I didn't want the stress to take over, that I'm just like, you know, and then I don't want to make the game anymore. I love this world that I've helped create. I love the world of Warpanchor 7. I love Captain Goggles, Masked Woman, the characters I'm creating. And I want to bring that to your table, whether that's in comic book form or a game. So making something that is a little bit more stripped down to just what it is, to just the combat, that helped a lot. Because now I'm not worrying about what lore I need to add, what dice to assign to this this weapon or this skill, this ability, what I need to roll to have you know, some good ability scores or bad ability scores. I wanted to put that aside for now and just make something where, hey, you have your player 1, player 2. You don't even need to make a character. It can just be like, oh, Frank versus, you know, my buddy Fred. You know, it can be player 1, player 2, opponent 1, opponent to whatever you want. You don't need that, but I do like using the paper miniatures, and these are the miniatures that I created that are now available on Drive-Thru RPG, and so I do have my little set here. I do have the color version, but I used a black and white version. And you have 3 dice. You have your D12, you have a D6, and a D4. You don't even need me to put out the official rules for this, for Battle for Warpanchor 7. You can use what I just did in the playtest and what I'm telling you now to just start playing. But I will be putting this on itch.io, and that's one way you can help support a game designer. Am I a game designer? I don't know. I like making stuff, and I made a game, and I'm making another game. But yes, I did want something where you don't have to worry about that. Something I can just introduce to people when people are like, "Oh, why do you play role-playing games?" And like, well, let me show you. I have something here now I can show you. You don't have to worry about coming up with backgrounds or anything like that. We got D12. Pick a name. Assign 20 HP. Now, if you're even if you're like a strong warrior, the way that I did it in this game is the base HP is 20 unless you are someone that's really strong and is wearing like full armored suit or just a powerful creature. In this instance, I used a Banhammer. Is right here. So that's a full armor suit. That's an armored warrior, an armored soldier. He would be harder to defeat. So that's why I gave him 25 HP. For stronger characters like that, when you deduct, after whatever hits you do, when you deduct their HP and they've already lost 23 or 24, that's when you give them the D4 to add a little bit of HP, give them a little bit of chance. So the D4 acts as the saving throws. I did make a mistake when I was originally playing. I did correct that. So it's easy to correct. You just give the other person a D4 as well. And when your HP is 20, it will be when you reach 19 or 18. When damage is deducted from you, that's when you get your D4. So that adds health. At round 3, you both get your skill die, which is a D6. We didn't get that far. And what that does is you roll it with your D12 and D6, and that's the amount of damage that you would give the other person. So here I just rolled a 3 and a 1, so my opponent just took 4 damage. And that's it. 3 dice. You got your little miniatures, pen, paper, and it's easy to introduce this to a child, to a teenager, to an adult, and have a quick game. I originally played this at church. That's when I was actually coming up with it, because my friend's son, he's around like 5 or 6 years old, he wanted to sit with me, and I told him, like, okay, you can sit with me, and if you behave, we'll play a game. And I came up with the initial mechanic of just using a D12 and bringing it down to 0 from 20. I decided to make it a little bit more interesting by adding a D4 and a D6 and changing the HP to when an opponent is stronger, just raising it up by 5 points. But initially that was the game, and he had fun. We played it like 3 times, but I had to stop because we were in church, and it's like, okay, we probably shouldn't be playing this at church. So it takes a few minutes, 3 minutes, 6 minutes, depending. I am liking this game, and it actually has freed up a lot of, a lot of stress, a lot of just that I had initially, just working on my main game, Warpanchor7, and now I'm ready to go back to Warpanchor7. So I will be putting this up on itch.io. Like I said, you don't really need to buy the rules, but if you want to support what I do, you can buy it on there. I also have the paper miniatures. You can buy those. So that's different ways that you can support the channel monetarily. I also have a Teespring store, and there's stuff there you can buy. There's t-shirts and mugs and drinking glasses. I am going to be making more Roll for Turaco specific merchandise, so you will be getting that there. You can see that there when I actually put it on there. Any of you want to support the Roll for Turaco RPG Club, I do have the PayPal tip jar, and anything that goes in there, I'm counting those as donations to the club itself. That goes to pay for more dice, more books, things I actually can give out to the players. They can get their own set of emotional support dice. And snacks. Snacks are important. So stuff like that comes in through the PayPal tip jar, that goes specifically to help the club, just so I can help make it grow, bring it to more people. And if you just want to support the channel itself, you can subscribe, watch the videos that I have, leave comments. So I do crave feedback. I want to hear what you have to say. So let me know what you think. Battle for Warpanchor7. Hey, do you like this game? Is it cool? Or whatever, I seen better. Am I crazy making a game to get over the stress of making a game? Let me know. Tell me I'm crazy. Tell me I'm not crazy. Tell me something. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing, like, share, comment. This has been Frank Salazar with Roll for Turaco. We'll see you next time.
In a world where dice determine your fate, and the only thing holding you back is your imagination, embark on a journey of adventure, perils, mayhem, and treasure. Unlock the hero within, and don't forget to roll for Turaco. Subscribe.